What is the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about communism? Some of you might think about Marx, Stalin, and Mao. Others are thinking about the dream of social equality. Yet others think about a much gloomier picture of famines, oppressive regimes, and censorship. But how many of you thought of women? Strong, powerful women. Both out of ideology and practical necessity. Soviet Russia, where I'm from, empowered women. I grew up with movies like Moscow Does Not Believe in Tears, which told of a story of a young girl who moved to Moscow from a small village and went on becoming a head of a big factory. Or an epic Soviet comedy called Office Romance that talks about a love spark between a timid male accountant and his strong female boss. Did you know that the first woman in space was Russian? In 1963, Valentina Tereshkova made the trip to space. And that would be another 20 years before any other woman would go and make that trip. So female role models in Soviet Russia were those of female cosmonauts, engineers, accountants, and lady bosses. At a time when in the West, slightly different female role models were promoted. Let's take a stroll down the memory lane for a couple of minutes, looking at a few posters. You will notice that women in each pair look so similar that they could in fact be sisters. But the messages are extremely different. When Soviet women went to space, in the West, they didn't leave the kitchen. When in the USSR, women were picking up bricks to help build the country, in the West, men doubted whether a woman could open a bottle of ketchup. And when in Soviet Union, they encouraged women to go and get their degree in mechanical engineering in university, in the West, they made us worry about a flat chest.